What's up, guys? This is Fantasy News and Brews. I'm Garrett.
And I'm Johnny.
And today we are going to talk about waiver wire pickups. We're just going to go through 5 guys that we think, if you're in a pinch or even if you're not for some of them just need to be on your team. So we're just going to go through 5 guys that you should have on your roster, just depending on your situation or whatnot. Before we start, big shout out to Mason, Fantasy Flock. We love you guys. Love being a part of it.
Yeah, the support has been huge on all platforms, Twitter, Discord, everything. Keep it coming. If you have any suggestions as to what you want us to record next, let us see those down in the comments below. Taking all requests right now.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter. And then we'll also have our Discord and everything on our pinned tweet on there. You can follow us there. Check out our own personal YouTube. We're posting videos. And let's jump right in, yeah?
Let's do it.
All right, how about you go first?
All right, so it's a new week, so we got a new list of waivers.
Some are repeated, though.
Yeah, some you may recognize the names of from last week, but the reason they're on this list is because they're still pretty low owned, and they continue to perform well.
And they need to be owned.
They need to be owned.
Especially a couple of these guys. It's like, why are they not on everybody's team?
Exactly. So first on the list is Cody Zeller, currently sitting at 36% ownership on ESPN leagues. And he just continues doing well ever since he came back, I think, from injury. You got Bismack Biyombo kind of just seeing very limited minutes. Zeller's, I think, averaging about 25 to 30 minutes recently, and he just does it. He does it all. He stuffs the stat sheet, gets you points, gets you boards. Just a all-around decent fantasy contributor.
Yeah, I mean, since he came back, so he came back on January 22nd. He started slow at the minutes, 10, 14, 18, but since then it's been over 30 almost every game with a couple exceptions lately. Past 2 games, he didn't get that many minutes, but that's because they didn't need him. They didn't need to go big men. They had LaMelo Ball balling out, but that's not always going to be the case. They need Cody Zeller as pretty much, who else do they have as big men? They have Biyombo. They have
PJ Washington.
But he's more of a power forward. That's what I'm saying. Like, they need him. He's kind of like they're big.
Yeah, it just depends on the matchup. If they're playing against a team like LA or against Milwaukee, you're going to want Zeller at the 5, and you're not going to want to play small ball with PJ Washington.
Yeah.
Definitely an ad with some decent upside there.
Totally.
What's next?
So this guy is the guy when I'm talking about needs to be on everybody's team, and that's Cole Anthony. I don't know how he isn't on everybody's team yet. I mean, right now he's sitting at 35% owned. I mean, just this guy is balling out. Like, I mean, even in our league, he's scooped up, and we have a pretty.
Scooped up by me.
Yeah, scooped up by him. Like, that's how you know. I mean, he has a good team, and we only have 3 bench spots, and he has Cole Anthony chilling there. Like, that's how he needs to be in every team. The past 3 games, he's had 29 fantasy points, 36, 26, 29. I only seeing that go up as he improves. He's a rookie. He's still learning his own game. He's still figuring out what he's good at, what he's not, and he's doing all of that while killing it fantasy wise.
Yeah.
So once he gets better, I mean, he's just going to be killing it even more. There is no reason not to pick this guy up. It doesn't matter how many people are in your league, if it's an 8-team, 10-team, 12-team. Like, he needs to be rostered in all of them, I'd say.
Yeah, and if not, then maybe stream him every now and then. But with Aaron Gordon out for 4 to 6 weeks, Cole Anthony's playing big minutes right now. So.
Yeah, and Mark Fultz isn't coming back this season, so He's the guy. So go get him.
All right, next on our list is Hamidou Diallo. If you're unfamiliar with the name, he's on the Oklahoma City Thunder, currently 20% owned, and they have been thin for a while. They have a lot of injuries. This is more of maybe a short-term ad, especially while George Hill is out. He'll be out for a couple of weeks. But since George Hill's injury, he's played 32 minutes, 37 minutes, 31 minutes, and he's been balling out right now. So short-term ad, but if you're in need of a win, if you're in a pinch, something like that, go get this guy.
I might have to be picking him up this week because I have Aaron Gordon, I have Holmes injured, who's forward eligible in our league, And then I only have one other forward. I can't think of who it is right now. And right now for this week, I'm literally sitting without a forward and trying to figure out what to do. So Diallo is actually the guy that I'm looking at. I'm also looking at another guy that we'll be talking about in this episode. But Diallo is a really good ad until George Hill comes back. I really, really like him. And I also want to point out, you pronounce his name pretty well. We got a comment basically saying we butcher names a lot, which we totally do. But that was a good pronunciation. So
Hamadou.
Yeah,
Diallo.
props to you. Okay, next up, we're going to go with Patrick Williams. And this is actually the other guy that I'm looking at picking up over Diallo. He has been surprisingly getting better. I mean, I really didn't know what to expect with Patrick Williams coming into the draft. I think nobody did. He was kind of a name that came out of nowhere. And he was picked very high by the Bulls. I believe it was, pick 4 through 6, something like that. He went in that range. And no one really had him in any mock drafts going there until like 2 weeks or a week before the draft. So this guy was relatively like a draft shooter. And we're figuring out why. I mean, since he's been getting the minutes, I mean, throughout the whole season, he's been kind of like up and down with the minutes. But the past 4 games, he's gotten over 30 minutes, and he's been looking pretty good for the Bulls just watching it. I mean, this is a 19-year-old kid, and he's already doing things that a lot of vets can't even do athletically. And, I mean, let's talk about these past games. I mean, the past 4 games, 18 fantasy points, which is still actually going on right now as we record this, 33, 35, 23. Like, this is a waiver wire pickup for a 19-year-old who's only going to get better. And, there's rumors they might trade Levine. The Bulls are kind of always in these rumors, and there's some injuries going on right now, so you never know how these shakeups are going to happen. But I think Williams is one guy we know isn't going to be moved, and he will take advantage of any of these as long as, a star small forward doesn't come in.
Yeah, he's getting the minutes. He's been given the opportunity, and he is taking full advantage right now.
Absolutely. So we got one more for you, right?
One more. This is might be kind of a stretch, and also of short-term ad. Juan Toscano Anderson, and that is because right now,
I like the pronunciation, by the way.
Toscano Anderson.
Oh yeah,
did I nail it?
I think so. I don't know.
All
Tell
right.
us. tell us in the comments. How is Johnny's
below.
Pronunciations of Diallo and Toscano Anderson?
I'm gonna say I nailed it.
I think you did.
Anyways, short-term ad. Right now, Kevon Looney is out. James Wiseman is out. Marquise Chris, he was out at the beginning of the season, so they are very thin on centers. Last couple of games, they've had Toscano Anderson and Draymond Green kind of splitting those minutes, and it's just been small ball for 48 minutes in each of these games.
Yeah, funny story. Me and Johnny went to play 2K together, and I picked the Warriors. And he picked, I don't even remember, but some team with a big center. I think it was the 76ers. And I'm like, oh, well, I have at least Wiseman. And then, they update. So I click on it. And then I realize my center is Juan Toscano Anderson, who's like a 6'6" power forward. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I don't even know that I've heard of this guy, except for like the couple of times I've watched Warrior games and said, who's that? But, in fantasy, he has been kind of killing it. And Wiseman is not going to be back for a while. And they're playing small ball. It's fitting their style, and he is going to be a large contributor to that until some of these guys get healthy. So, good short-term pickup, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's impressed me. I could see him getting into the regular rotation, even with these centers coming back healthy. But yeah, for now, I would say he's maybe grab him for this week, maybe into next week, and then he'll probably be safe to drop.
We'll tell you who to pick up and drop him for, so keep an eye out for that episode.
Stay tuned.
But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Appreciate you guys listening, checking us out. Appreciate Mason again. We love doing this. It's just a fun hobby that we're doing, and yeah, check out our own personal YouTube. We're starting to post videos really, really consistently. It's growing, and we thank you guys for that. You'll find us in the comments. You can just search up our name, find us through our Twitter, so if you enjoy this content, please give this video a like, subscribe to us, subscribe to the Fantasy Vlog Network if you haven't already, and please tell us what kind of content you want coming from us going forward in the comment section below. We're always open to new ideas, covering new topics about fantasy basketball, so let us know. Yeah, thank you guys. We appreciate you.